Hello, my fellow Californians. In 2026, you're going to have a choice between two very different visions for our state and our country, a choice between two very different representatives in Congress. Let me be clear. Kevin, Kiley, and I, we don't just differ in style, we differ in substance. We differ on the issues that matter to working families, to women, to veterans, and to our democracy. And today, I want to lay out those differences plainly so you know exactly where we stand and how each of us would vote in Congress. Number one, protecting democracy versus undermining it. Kiley has aligned himself with extremists who continue to question the legitimacy of our elections. He won't stand up to Donald Trump when he spreads lies about voter fraud. And if given the chance, he would vote to restrict voting rights and make it harder for Americans to cast their ballots. And I, on the other hand, believe in expanding voting rights, not suppressing them. I would vote for the John Lewis Voting Rights Act to restore protections against voter suppression. I would fight to end partisan gerrymandering and get dark money out of politics, because in a democracy, the people, not billionaires and politicians, should decide elections. Number two, women's rights versus government control. Kiley has consistently opposed a woman's right to make her own healthcare decisions. He has supported extreme abortion bans that would take away reproductive rights, even in cases of rape and incest. He would vote for a national abortion ban if given the chance. And I believe that decisions about pregnancy belong to women and their doctors, not politicians. I would vote to codify Roe v. Wade into federal law and ensure that every woman has access to reproductive health care, no matter where she lives. Number three, economic justice versus corporate greed. Kiley supports tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy and big corporations while leaving working families behind. He opposed raising the minimum wage and would continue to vote against policies that make life more affordable for everyday Americans. I support raising the minimum wage to a livable standard. I would vote to make the ultra-rich pay their fair share and close corporate tax loopholes. I support expanding unions and workers' rights so that every Californian can thrive, not just the top 1%. Number four, healthcare for all versus more profits for insurance companies. Kiley, he's opposed efforts to expand healthcare access. He would vote to repeal the Affordable Care Act and kick millions off their health insurance. He prioritizes the profits of private insurance companies over the health of the American people. And I believe that healthcare is a human right, not a privilege. I would vote to expand Medicare, lower prescription drug costs, and ensure that no American has to choose between paying for rent or life-saving medicine. Number five, standing with veterans versus political posturing. Kiley, he talks a big game about supporting veterans, but when it comes to action, he votes against funding for VA services and mental health programs for those who served our country. He prioritizes partisanship over actual support for our service members. And as the husband of a U.S. Air Force veteran, I know firsthand the sacrifices our military families make. I would vote for increased funding for VA healthcare, better mental health services, and stronger job training programs for veterans re-entering civilian life. Number six, fighting for the environment versus protecting polluters. Kiley takes money from big oil and gas companies, and he votes accordingly. He denies the urgency of climate change and stands in the way of bold action to protect our planet. I would vote to invest in clean energy, creating good-paying green jobs, and hold corporate polluters accountable. We don't have time for climate denial. We need action, and we need it now. Number seven, gun safety versus more guns in school. Kiley opposes common sense gun reform. He would vote against universal background checks and red flag laws. He would rather put more guns in schools than pass laws to prevent mass shootings. I support universal background checks, an assault weapons ban, and stronger gun safety laws to keep our community safe, because no child should have to fear for their life in a classroom. The choice is clear, so when you go to the polls in 2026, ask yourself, do you want a representative who will fight for you, or one who fights for billionaires and extremists? Do you want someone who will protect your rights or take them away? Do you want progress or more of the same failed policies that leave working people behind? I'm running for Congress because California deserves a leader who will put people first, a leader who will stand up for democracy, for working families, for veterans, for women, and for our future. Kevin Kiley represents the past. I represent the future, and with your support, we will build that future together. My name is Doug Huhn, and I'm a proud Democrat congressional candidate in California's 3rd District. Please follow me, share this video, and consider contributing to my congressional campaign. Link is down below and also in my profile. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching this video.